Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. If you haven't been here before, my name is Dora and I have a small succulent and cacti garden in Southern California. And today I am not in California, I am in Kentucky. And I thought I would bring you along. I went on vacation for a week to see my daughter and I was amazed at the beauty, the green. It is just amazing to see all the variety of plants that they have, and I was pleasantly surprised and amazed at how succulents are a theme everywhere. And I imagine they have to winterize and bring them indoors when it's cold because they will not survive outside. And I wanted to show you the gorgeous bridges and everything that I saw when I was on the plane. It's a very beautiful location, very old, very historic. So I was very amazed at just how gorgeous it was. But I gotta tell you, Kentucky is no joke. It was so humid. I mean, the day was like 94 degrees, but it was like 80% humidity. So it was pretty hot, but that didn't stop me. With a fan in my hand, I went on an adventure and we're gonna explore it together. Kentucky is a hardiness zone of 6B. Where I live, it's a hardiness zone of 9B, 10A. And I wanted to show you the that you can still grow a lot of the plants that we grow here in Southern California and Kentucky. You just have to modify and winterize and bring them indoors into your home or under a porch or, in some place where they can not freeze to death because it does snow in Kentucky. So we just need to adapt, and that's something that is so great. Even though you may not be able to set your succulents in the ground year round, you can still pull them up when it gets too cold and bring them indoors, and hopefully they'll make it. You can actually use also a green, not a green light, but a grow light. And actually my daughter gave me a grow light, which was awesome because I can experiment with that and see what result I can get. Even though in Southern California we're very lucky. But look at this. Oh my goodness, they had so many succulents and just the variety. A lot of my favorites, some that I haven't seen before. As you can see, these opuntias are different, but they had opuntias, they have cacti, they have euphorbias. They have those soft succulents like echeverias and graptosedums, and a lot of chicks and hens because those are very hardy. Even though they're succulents, they don't have that fat little leaf that holds so much water, so those tend to do a little bit better. But as you can see, they have cactus barrels and all kinds of awesome succulents and cacti. But again, as I noticed, in the nursery, it's always a great clue to look up, see where they have them. And as you can see, they're in an enclosed area, kind of like a greenhouse that they open up, I guess, in the summer, but in the winter, they close it up. But I was even amazed to see sticks on fire. They have sticks on fire over there, which is so awesome. I was able to take her some bird's nest sansevieria, some cotyledon, some elephant bush, some portulacaria elephant bush, and there was one other one that I took her. But anyhow, it is just wonderful that these plants are so resilient, and as you can see, they just are thriving in this environment. Even though it's very humid, you can still control how much water you put into them. They do have them in a covered area, I noticed, because the rain is very often it rains in this area, so you don't want them to be drenched with all the humidity. but they seem to do great. As you can see here, you're looking at the Stapelia, and I do have this one in my garden. If you've watched my other videos, you noted that mine has mealybug issues, but when I came back, my hubby did a fantastic job watering them. I only lost a few plants, but other than that, for most part, everything is doing great, and my Stapelia is starting to bud also. But as you can see here, these have a bud, and although this flower was not there, I wanted to show you what that bud is going to look like, and they have just spectacular flowers. Look at this. They do smell like death though, but they are gorgeous. And as you can see, they have a great variety of aloes. Oh, that's the other one that I took my daughter. I took her a little aloe plant from my mama, and I'm sure it's going to do great. She has instructions to bring them in when it gets too cold, so that's going to be great. Look at this Transdiscantia pallida, this purple queen. They are gorgeous in this area. Again, they love the humidity, the dappled light, and just the color is amazing. I was in heaven as far as the hydrangeas. Everywhere you look, there's a hydrangea bush. They just grow like weeds over there, and it's just amazing. I was so happy, and so every time, even at the store or whatever outside, there was like these beautiful, humongous bushes of hydrangeas. I just felt like, yeah, cutting some and putting some in a vase, but they're not mine, so I controlled myself. But as you can see, they have at this nursery, they have so many cute ideas. They had tons of statues, but yes, look at this. Oh my goodness, so amazing. The bees, the bumblebees. Here we have the little bees. Over there they have humongous bumblebees. And there is pollination beaucoup over there. I mean, all the greenery, all the flowers, all the plants. They are just happy pollinators over there. You cannot not be amazed at the colors, the cone flowers, and just the variety, and everything looks so beautiful and so healthy. I mean, I love my garden, which is a water-wise garden, but here they have the option of having kind of both, which is great. These cone flowers are just so gorgeous. We are able to grow a variety of these as perennials here in Southern California. But again, they need more water, and I'm trying to not do that, but I still am tempted to. Look at these beautiful, beautiful pine trees. I mean, these are gorgeous. They sell them just in burlap balls, and I guess you purchase them and go and transplant them in your garden, and they're just so healthy, so gorgeous. So as I mentioned, they also have a butterfly greenhouse, and it is just so cute. I mean, it has all kinds of beautiful pollinator plants that just bloom and flower and just attract all these butterflies. They do keep them there so that they can mate and pollinate and whatever, and then they have a release day where they let them go out into the world, but that way they get them to actually pollinate the flowers, and then it's just amazing. All this gorgeousness in here, the potato vine and all these flowers. Just the person that does this, hats off to you, because you are right in sync with just the combinations and the whole vibe of this place. I just love the art, the garden art that they have going on, and the creativity is just fantastic. I was very pleasantly surprised to see so many of the plants that I love and that I have in my garden also in this area of the country. And again, I mean, it is amazing to see how different our zones are, but also how we can adapt our growing zones to also accommodate some of the plants that we love. Here you're seeing more of these beautiful plants. You know, it amazed me to see that they have a lot of hibiscus plants and a lot of also like rosemary. I saw some spearmint, and they have salvias and a lot of coleus. Coleus grows beautiful in this part of the country, and it just punctuates everything. We are also able to grow coleus in Southern California, but they have a very short growing season outside because they're kind of finicky. They don't like too much heat. They kind of would do good in a covered area or dappled light, but everything's possible if you experiment. And even if you're not able to keep them for a long time, just those punches of color in your garden make everything um, work out wonderful for you, so you get to enjoy. It's a win-win. Even though you may have to buy them every year, you still get the amazement and the gorgeous color that you will be enjoying for years to come if you replant these again in your garden. But here you're seeing the butterflies, happy butterflies, just pollinating. They have, again, tons of um, butterfly bushes and just those pollinators that just make the butterflies very happy. These are the hibiscus flowers that I was mentioning. They have them in all kinds of colors. This gorgeous fuchsia color. They have a lot of whites. They have lilies, more beautiful orange lilies. Just awesome, beautiful plants that you can grow. Again, we have this type of flower. We can grow it in our garden, but it would again be a different type of a situation. I wanted to show you the gorgeous butterfly chairs. I saw these the other day online, and they were way smaller than this one. I don't think they were the same, because if they are, I'm getting one of these. I have to actually look at the specs, but isn't this gorgeous? Again, butterfly bush, it performs very well in a pot too. I'm actually going to steal some from my daughter. She has tons in her backyard. And I'm going to actually put it in a pot because it is a thug here in Southern California. It kind of does want to grow all over the place, and it's a bit invasive, but look at the creativity here. Isn't this gorgeous? This is a gecko or a lizard made out of chicks and hen succulents. This is a turtle. Again, the creativity is off the charts in this nursery. It is just so beautiful. And as you can see, these cannot stay in the ground in the winter, but you can pull them up, pot them, and then next year, put them out again. But as you can see, the combinations, how they use the Tradescantia and just the other beautiful plants to dance around and create this beautiful formation of this butterfly. It's just, the coleus. And we have a lot of these raised bed planters here in Southern California. You can buy them at Home Depot or at Lowe's, and they're doing great here. They have some too, and I took these lamb's ear, and they have rosemary, and a lot of these plants we have in Southern California, so we can actually do this in our gardens too. So I wanted to show you so that you could get inspired and just get out there and do stuff. You don't need a lot of space. If you have a little spot in your garden, you can grow one of these planters and just change it up every year. And here you're seeing, I was amazed at seeing my spearmint here, my plant that I love. And in my garden, it's being eaten by pests, so I have to put some dust on it. But yeah, I don't know. Here it's just growing beautifully. And here you're looking at this gorgeous hen house that they also have on the property, and It just goes perfect with the whole scenic vibe. And they are just happy, happy hens and one rooster. Here I'm showing you the hydrangea paniculata. It is just gorgeous, and they are training it to grow like a little tree. Hydrangeas don't grow like trees, but if you train them when they're young, they can kind of be trained to grow similar to a cute little tree. I was very surprised to see a fan palm growing in the nursery. Again, they have it in a covered area, and it is just doing great. This is a gorgeous little palm. It is very decorative and just gorgeous. They also had a magnolia tree, which was very surprising to me. They grow a lot smaller in Kentucky, but they do have a lot of magnolia trees. They are tall, but the flower seems to be a bit smaller. Here are some of the concrete pieces that they have, the art pieces, the statues for your garden, and they have a great variety. If they weren't so heavy, I probably would have snagged one and brought it with me, but as it was, my suitcase was already too heavy to travel. I did have to pay a little bit extra, but it was totally worth it. Look at this gorgeous sunflower. I will definitely have to try to make one of these because I want one in my garden. Another thing that I just fell in love with was this owl. Again, I'm going to try to sculpt one of these and just, gorgeous, gorgeous. It's a shame, again, that they're so heavy because I wasn't able to buy one, but look at this. This is a horse made out of, what's it called? Whittled out of sea wood, or I can't remember, driftwood. And just the art is off the charts again. The creativity, a felted birdhouse. Look at how cute. Inside the shop, they have tons of stuff to look at, just tons of ideas. They have a lot of antique elements that they incorporate into their shop, which I thought was just gorgeous. And it just sparks the creativity, gives you ideas what you can do in your garden, an old birdhouse. Just the colors are amazing. These beautiful, beautiful plants that you can grow inside is just amazing with the proper lighting and just, a green thumb, a lot of research. You can do this too. It's just adapting some of these plants to your environment, and they can't be left out in the harsh environment. As you can see here again, the succulents are living happy here in Kentucky, but they are in a greenhouse. So when the weather gets gnarly, they just close them out. I don't know if you can see on the left-hand side of the screen, they had the string of hearts, which I ordered from China and they never came. I thought it was not China, but it turned out to be. And customs confiscated the plants and destroyed it. So I was able to get one of these, and now it's in California in my garden. I am propagating it, and hopefully it's successful because I really love that plant. But it does have to stay indoors here in California. This beautiful, beautiful boy was here in the, or girl, was here in the garden. I missed my kitties so much, but there's kitties all over the place, happy kitties. And in this nursery, they had several roaming around, living a happy life. Look at this gorgeous idea, the sphere. It's just two baskets flipped onto each other to create a big sphere. And I will be doing this in my garden. It is just gorgeous. This is a plant that I thought was so interesting. You would think that it grows well here. It's a silver cushion bush, and I love all the information that the tags have here, and I just love this silvery color. It just yells Waterwise Garden to me. But here it's doing great, as you can see, It's just a punch of color right where you need it with all these gorgeous greens. Again, the coleus here are just gorgeous, gorgeous. So tall, so beautiful. Look at where they have them planted. They have them in a greenhouse with filtered light. We can learn a lot from these pros because their stuff is so gorgeous. They have tons of ferns. I bought one of these a couple of years ago as a campfire coleus, and just gorgeous, gorgeous. The flowers on these hibiscus are just amazing. But I wanted to show you this interesting Dutchman's pipe plant. We have the ability to grow this one in Southern California in the cooler regions, but look how interesting the growth that it throws off. It's just so interesting. But this one you have to be a little bit careful. It's kind of weird. It's beneficial, and it's also poisonous to butterflies in a weird way. So if you'd like to learn more about this one, it's called Dutchman's Pipe Trellis, and it's just one of those like the pitcher plant. It's very interesting. I wanted to show you this beautiful coleus that just screams fall. It has those razor edges on the leaves that is just amazing. Again, here we're looking at the creativity. It is a combination of this type of a coleus with evergreen, and it's a butterfly. I don't know if you can tell. It's sculpted into a butterfly, which it's just gorgeous. But again, these colors together are amazing. It's like a Bordeaux coleus, and it has that razor jagged edge on the leaves, which just makes it so interesting and so gorgeous. Here you're seeing the Tradescantia kind of intertwined with other plants and some other ideas. This beautiful ivy wreath in a pot. And here we have one of the plants that I was very intrigued by. I've never seen this one before, and it is just gorgeous. It's a little, in this stage, it's a little round ball, which would look so cute as a topiary in a little terracotta pot, but I see that it does grow kind of a little wild with some pink flower. Here you're looking at this gorgeous sedum chocolate ball, and I did purchase some of this one and bring it over to Southern California, and I'm looking forward to seeing how it grows in our environment. So here I'm showing you the beautiful contrast of the black fence with the chartreuse colors and the pinks and just all the wonderful plants that exist in this environment. It is something that I will be trying in my garden because I just think it punctuates the garden beautifully. The pollinators are super, super happy in Kentucky, and it was just a gorgeous experience, and I was so happy to see my awesome, beautiful daughter and spend some time with her and just get to experience and enjoy something other than my Southern California garden. It just opens up new horizons and the imagination, and I want to try all kinds of stuff now. And as you're seeing, on my way back, I wanted to show you how the plants that I brought over fared on their trip, and they are just great. I checked them in my baggage with no soil, bare root, and they made it perfectly. I packed them very carefully, and I am so happy. On a final note, the next video will be of these awesome Opuntia fruit pods that are just ripening beautifully. They are doing great. I have some bad news. One of the Opuntias has scale because I think it was overwatered a bit, but I'm going to try to solve it. If not, I'm going to have to cut the whole thing. but you'll be seeing that in the next video. So again, thank you so much for joining me on my adventure. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome to all the new subscribers. I wish you health and happiness wherever you may be. I will talk to you guys later.